Hey guys! Look!
Hey everyone.
We still know how to do this. Isn't that exciting?
We do.
Okay, I'm sure many of you are probably wondering what's going on with my Immortal. And the answer is, it's trapped in the negative void that we'll call my old hard drive. And,
That and timing schedules are a pain.
yeah, seriously. We'll get back to it. I promise. It was only a few chapters left. Anyway, but for now, we're gonna read something called The First Encounter, which is also a Harry Potter fanfic that I know nothing about. That Duck has assured me is totally worth it. I don't know how to feel about that. But
go ahead and read the description.
First Encounter by Lyris Malaki. Hogwarts has contracted a disease called loneliness, which is something I have, and the giant squid is the only cure.
As the only cure.
As the only cure. Sorry, I was just inserting proper grammar into this. I must stop doing that. Hogwarts giant squid. Hogwarts.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know. That's what it says.
Hogwarts giant is one word.
It is. It's fantastic. A disclaimer. The characters within the story solely belong to J.K. Rowling and Warner Brothers. Great. See, I had thought that you had obtained the rights, so I'm glad you clarified that.
I'm sorry, does the giant squid actually belong to J.K. Rowling? If so, that sounds awesome. I would love to go and meet her giant squid.
Author's note.
And hold on. Hogwarts is in the building, belongs to J.K. Rowling and Warner Brothers? Like, they own the building?
Probably. Author's note. Unbaited, one shot. I don't actually know what that's referring to.
Like, I mean, it's a one-shot fanfiction, but unbaited?
Yes.
I kind of want to Google this term, but at the same time, I'm afraid to.
Just let it go. Let's just pretend like we didn't read that. Hogwarts... I'm already confused. Hogwarts sighed, and it echoed within his empty halls. The castle itself?
Yes.
Sighed.
Yes.
The students had all left for the summer, and he felt empty and useless. Oh, this is seriously happening. The castle is sentient. Okay, fair enough. Hagrid was often around, but he was usually too focused on bizarre animals to fulfill the needs of Hogwarts. Duck.
Yes?
Tell me this is not gonna go where I'm afraid it's gonna go. Because all I know about this...
No, I won't tell you that.
Oh, God. Professors would pop in occasionally, but being a magic school, Hogwarts didn't need much upkeeping. The little he did need was taken care of by Filch. He shuddered, causing small trembles throughout his halls that was barely discernible, except by the spiders and owls. He didn't care much for Filch, wishing he could walk without his squib feet touching his magnificent stone floors. He had long since stopped trying to force his floors open to swallow Filch and Mrs. Norris whole. Wow, that's dark as fuck. The castle is actively trying to murder somebody. That's pretty terrifying, actually.
Yep.
Besides, if he kept it up, he would be risking a prolapse staircase, and that was no laughing matter. What? The fuck?
A prolapse staircase? What's not to laugh about that?
The giant squid saw how miserable Hogwarts was. It was true that he also missed the students, but for an entirely different reason. He missed their terrified screams as he revealed himself, rising from the murky depths of the lake. Is there a giant squid in Hogwarts Lake?
Yes, actually, there is.
Oh, okay.
It's only mentioned, like, a few times. I think it showed up in one of the movies.
Okay. I was unaware. I mean, I believe that, but I was unaware.
Like it had a very, like, brief cameo in the movie. If I'm remembering, I didn't really watch the I didn't really watch after the third movie to the last movie.
Neither did I. High five.
Yeah.
His huge eyes stared mournfully at his very large tentacles. At one time, he had dreams of being an actor. The larger he grew, the fewer agents and scouts would come calling, until they finally stopped altogether. There wasn't much in the market for a squid that would split a schoolgirl from stem to stern.
Why is there... What? I don't understand this. You think there'd be a great market for it.
So you'd think. He stared at his tentacles as they moved gently in the current. Schoolgirls were out. Schoolgirls are never out.
Nah, not like schoolgirls are always in. That is a tough word to say. Why is it so weird?
I don't know.
Schoolgirls. Yeah.
Syllables and sentences. A plan formed in his mind, and he swam to the surface, hesitating momentarily before pulling himself from the water. It ran off of his rubbery skin in rivulets. Oof. As he made his way across the grounds. No humans were around to witness the incredible trek, and no human would believe his eyes had he been a witness. Hogwarts watched the giant squid approach and felt apprehension well up in his kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry, is that where apprehension is? The kitchen?
Apparently.
Okay. What are you doing? The words weren't spoken, but they were understood. Okay. Just trust me, the giant squid replied, caressing Hogwarts' outer walls.
So apparently they're both telepathic. That's what I'm getting out of this.
I'm not ready, Hogwarts exclaimed, trying to push the giant squid away with his magic. Duck.
Uh-huh.
Did you know about this?
What?
What's happening right now?
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay. I blame you entirely. Hogwarts, you're lonely. I'm lonely. We don't have to be. Besides, you can't go around manipulating your staircases. You know... What are you implying? You know about that? Everyone does it. Sort of.
That just put a whole new spin on that whole scene, didn't it?
That's beside the point. I've never... The temperature within rose in embarrassment. I'll go slow, I promise. He began to caress a window, teasing it open. Hogwarts sighed, the fight leaving him. He relaxed, allowing the tentacle inside, where it brushed against the inner walls before settling on the stone floor. He fastened the suction cups to the floor, lifting the tentacle away so that it pulled on the floor without losing its grip. Another sigh swept through the halls of Hogwarts.
Read it.
Oh, Merlin, that feels so good. His rapture turned to fright as he felt a tentacle work its way into a second window. I don't... Trust me, it'll feel good. Remember this? He pulled the suction cups a little harder and Hogwarts groaned.
I got nothing. I have nothing to add to this. Like, I can add all sorts of witty commentary. I got nothing for this.
Do that again! The giant squid complied, and as he did so, thrust his second tentacle in. Hogwarts shuddered, coming very close to ending the fun. The giant squid backed off, unwilling to finish so soon. He waited for Hogwarts to calm down before sending the second tentacle to search the room. He felt the need to fill Hogwarts as much as possible, and he raised another tentacle, caressing his outer walls, running along windowsills and tracing individual bricks. So caught up in the bliss, Hogwarts didn't notice the giant squid slip in a third and fourth tentacle. This is incredible, Hogwarts breathed.
Again, I'm just listening at this point. I got nothing. My witty banter and stuff like that has all but, just abated me.
Left the castle.
In a sense, yes.
I don't blame it. This isn't even the best part. Oh, goody. He held up his 2 longest tentacles. These can reach farther than a room. They can go into your hallways.
Read it, Josh.
I want them in me.
No, Josh. Read it like you mean it.
No. Are you sure? They're quite large. Apprehension rolled through his kitchen again. Every time I go in my kitchen, I'll just be like, I'm very apprehensive. What do I want to eat? This apprehension is killing me. Do I want cereal? Or do I want a grilled cheese? Decisions. While he was deciding, the giant squid forced another tentacle in. You have 3 tentacles left to decide. What happens if I don't? In response, the giant squid slid a 6th into another window. 2, he said simply, with a hint of warning. Hogwarts couldn't take them all. Oh, Hogwarts could take them all. He knew he could. But,
oh, baby.
But what would the other wizarding schools think? Yeah, because that's really the issue here.
What would they think if Hogwarts took all 8 tentacles?
Would Balbatons allow a giant squid to violate her? Certainly not. If Durmstrang ever found out, there'd be no end of teasing.
Do they talk to each other? Like, is there like an annual school meeting where all of the schools hang out together?
That is what this is implying. And really, in a world where a giant squid can fuck a castle, I'm not willing to, try to dismiss that claim. I'm just letting it go at this point. Why bother? The giant squid grew impatient and slid a 7th tentacle into a window, followed immediately by an 8th. 2, 1. Time's up and you didn't decide. What? But that's not fair! It's a simple answer, yes or no. Now I have to punish you. And with that, he struck Hogwarts square on the outer wall with a paddle-like tentacle. Which he has. Evidently. Hogwarts yelped and tried to squirm away. But the tentacles and his foundation held firm. The giant squid struck him with the other. Again and again he spanked the naughty wizarding school until he sobbed for the giant squid to stop. And still he spanked. The giant squid finally stopped, but Hogwarts didn't have time for a reprieve before the giant squid forced his extra-long, spanking tentacles into 2 separate windows. They slid through the room and forced the doors open, the pain only adding to Hogwarts' pleasure. The tentacles were in the halls now, massaging the long stone tunnels.
I'm sorry, I just can't get over the, reading the phrase, he spanked the naughty wizarding school. I keep on rereading it, and it's just, the words are going in, but they're not sticking.
This was incredible, the giant squid thought. He really should have done this ages ago. Every tentacle was in a different window. No schoolgirl, no matter how many movies she made, could hold all 10 tentacles at once. Comfortably.
Valid?
Each one moved differently and with a different pace, driving Hogwarts crazy with the inability to match his speed. He felt that familiar feeling and doubled his efforts. Ink exploded all over Hogwarts, some finding its way into the windows. He unified his tentacles somewhat, completely focused on Hogwarts. He must be close. Then it happened. Water shot out of faucets, toilets overflowed, and bread set in ovens to keep warm by thoughtful house elves exploded. Thus the implication being that the house elves are actually inside of Hogwarts while this is all going on.
That's very true. I didn't think about that.
And actually, since Filch, they said earlier, Filch takes care of the place, he's probably there too.
Oh, that's in there. Keep going.
Hogwarts shook violently to his foundations. Oh! Go figure. Rousing Filch from bed and sending house elves and Mrs. Norris scrambling for cover. Yeah, I bet. Even Hagrid heard the groan of stone and came running. They searched around the castle and through the castle. Redundancy. But found no sign of intruders. Most perplexing was the sticky ink on one side of the castle. Hagrid peered through the dark toward the lake, but was unable to see the ripples left in the wake of the giant squid. The giant squid slipped beneath the waves, wanting to grin even though his beak was incapable. He anticipated a very short summer before the professors and students returned, so he had better make the most of
it. So, A, Hogwarts is a guy.
They do say he the entire time.
Yeah. But he's very feminine.
I like how that's your first issue with this.
Well, I mean, like, you know, the whole, like, teasing of the other schools, that type of stuff. He's a very feminine, you know, castle. Not exactly what I would have thought for a wizarding school of magic.
Duck, you just got me to read a fanfic where a castle,
not just any castle,
not someone named Castle, a castle,
Hogwarts,
Hogwarts,
a school in Harry Potter,
school of witchcraft and wizardry, gets tentacle raped by a giant squid.
I wouldn't say raped. It seemed very willing.
They said no at first.
He said...
Tentacle persuaded.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. Whether... You know, it doesn't... That's not the point. It doesn't matter whether it was consensual or not in this case. Okay?
Actually, it doesn't say no. It just says, I'm not ready.
Well, now this just sounds like someone trying to explain their point to the police.
No, I mean, yeah... There was no explicitly stated. So I'll give it to the squid in this case.
I can hear Tumblr now. I don't think that's the point. I think the point is that Doc, what the fuck? Like, really? Really?
Yes, I just made you read a fanfiction where Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry gets fucked by a squid.
Are you proud?
Not only that, but this is homosexual, I guess, isn't it? This is gay fuck. Because they're both dudes. Gets gay fucked by a squid.
Wonderful.
Is this our first like LGBT fanfic that we've ever read?
It depends whether you consider that Tetris piece a guy or not.
Well, I don't know. In Mission from God, there was a lot of lesbianism.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I guess it was, since it was so far against it, this was the only supporting of it. I support Hogwarts and the squid's rights to fuck.
They're here. They're queer. Get used to it. I will never get used to that.
Yeah, so again, I really have to go back though. Just remember that scene in the movie when they first see all the stairs shifting back and forth.
Oh! I will never be able to watch Harry Potter again.
Never watch it the same way.
Well, I hope everyone else enjoyed this.
I know I did.
Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fond farewell.
Prolapse staircase.